What is up, guys? It is JC Reviews here, coming back in with a review of one of my all-time favorites. It's a P30n PENTAX SLR manual camera. So, for first off, I just want to say that I'm really happy I clicked on this video because that means more people are getting into film and appreciating photography more and more. Film is totally different than digital. It makes you relax and kind of calms you. I don't know, it does the same for me. If I ever have a long day, or if I ever have a bad day, I just take my camera out, choose my favorite one, choose my roll, and I get out the house and I go and just take pictures. And the cool thing with film is that it has such a warm feel to it. Like, I can't really explain it unless you've shot film before. You know what I'm talking about. You can take a picture of anything and it'll look great. Like, you could take a picture of a corner of a wall and it'll look look great. It'll look good. Obviously it's how you compose it and how you take the pic, but there's a total difference in film. It makes you appreciate photography way more, and I just wanted to say thank you for clicking on this video, because more people you're appreciating film, you're appreciating photography, not just trying to get likes on Instagram. But anyway, guys, let's get into this video of the PENTAX P30. It's a great camera. So let me just start with saying, guys, that this is probably one of the best beginner film cameras you can get for your money, because it's really cheap, but it's also really sturdy. It's well built. It feels so good in your hands. Like, it's a little heavy, but it's not terribly heavy at all. It's comfortable. It's a little strap. It just hangs. You know, it feels good, and for the price, you really can't beat it. Sorry about the noise. I forgot my windows open, but you can catch this on eBay. You can catch the body for like 20 bucks, and the 50mm lens for about 15 to 20. Anyway, guys, let's get into the specs. It's really short, it's simple. This is a very simple camera. It's beautiful as well, but let's get right into it. So, it's aperture priority, it's auto exposure, and it has the shutter is a focal plane shutter with metal blades, and it has in the viewfinder a split prism rangefinder. And the only tricky thing about this camera, guys, is because the film's the only way you set the ISO. You can't change it on your camera. That's the weird thing about this camera. That's like probably the only drawback. And maybe it's not a drawback for other people, but it's kind of a drawback for me. I like to be able to set my ISO differently at different times of the day. But if you don't have a DX coated film, it'll automatically default to ISO 100. So make sure if you pick this camera up, you get a DX coated film, so it'll set the ISO for you already. And you just, if it's a cloudy day or sunny day, you take that film card, you pick your sunny film cartridge or your cloudy day film cartridge, and you pop it right in there, because you won't be able to change it. Anyways, guys, this camera is so beautiful. I can't stop raving about it. I feel like this should be way more money. just feels great. It looks, they look very well dated. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but for the year they were released, which was in 1988, this looks like it just came out in, say, like 2017, and it's being sold in like Urban Outfitters or some shit. But yeah, it's really cool, guys. It goes up to 1/1000th of a second for the shutter speed, and it also has B. Other than that, guys, this is really it. There's not much to really say. Besides, if you're looking for this camera, I would definitely look on eBay for it, and that'll be your best bet on getting a good deal. They have a lot of these on there for relatively cheap. The lens, like I said, you can find these really cheap as well. I don't think PENTAX is really up in the game right now, competing against other cameras, so these are relatively cheap. Like I said, the lens is about 20 bucks, 15 bucks, and you can't beat that for a 50mm lens. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot what it's called, but you can buy like a mount for this lens, and I have like a Nikon D3200, and you can buy the mount for this lens and put it on the D3200, and there's your 50mm lens on your D3200 instead of paying almost $200 for a Nikon DX 50mm lens. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it soon. Because I could really use that, and I have a wedding coming up, and I feel like a 50mm lens would do great in a wedding. But I use my Sony A6 for my weddings mostly. Anyway, guys, that's really it. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm not the greatest at YouTube reviews, but I'm trying my hardest because I'm in love with cameras, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can about them for you guys as well, and for myself as well, because this is so cool. It's really cool getting into film. I really appreciate it a lot more than digital. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, side note, if you look for getting these cameras, make sure, if you find them on eBay, make sure that you look at the details and it says that it's in working condition, because for some reason film cameras on eBay, some people won't put that it's for parts only or whatever. So I don't want you to end up buying a camera that's broken. You know, some people won't put it in the caption, they'll put it in the description, which is totally misleading, and I don't want you guys to be misled. But besides that, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to review and watch my video. Like I said, like and subscribe, comment, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much. It's JC Reviews. Like always, peace and love, guys.